girl, the position they wicked. You make the man them stupid. I feel you want to keep my soul because you're bouncing cooking. You make me feel high, but the vision lucid. And when you do what you do, baby girl, you know you're giving. Shake it up and twerk. Look at your machine works. Some man like to eat with spoon. I want to give you a fork. If I rush a brush, I know you're gonna get paint up. As a man don't play with it when I give it work. Tell Lele, baby, push up on it. Just loosen yourself and show me your dirty habit. Tell Lele, baby, and push up on it. Just loosen yourself and show me your habit. Yes, you come out to Tapel, make a split and bust a peg. And sit down right there, bounce on it and tell me what's your name. Bounce on it and tell me what's your name. Bounce on it and say your name. Cause girl, the position they wicked. You make the man them stupid. I feel you want to keep my soul because you're bouncing crooked. You make me feel high, but the vision lucid. And when you do what you do, baby girl, you know you're gifted. I don't want no 6:30, just give me the 12 o'clock. And if you're looking to trade your head, well you know I have the cock. What is that your money drop? Bend over and pick it up. Them stick and tremble, do it right on this spot. Tell Lele, baby, push up on it. Just loosen yourself and show me your dirty habit. Tell Lele, baby, and push up on it.
Triniboi Joocie.
Uba, me know the road code. Tell me what's the dress code. Mass is the code and me pocket unload.
Girls link up, we ready for drink up. Liquor in me cup, mass done up.
Soon as we rich, massacre, massacre, massacre. As we rich, we head for hard, come to take over. As we rich, we head for hard, come to take over. As we rich, come to wreck it all over.
We come here to turn up the madness, turn up the madness, turn up the madness, turn up the madness.
Lost in a rampage, make every post raise, make every dust raise. Can't wait for the downstairs. Plenty vibes when the team link up. Y'all bend over and start wine up. On the pavement on the sidewalk, start the bubbling, no long talk, y'all. Start the bubbling, no long talk, y'all.
Start walk and wine like you don't give a. We do have no behavior, hunting like a scavenger. Anything come in the way is lift it up and tip over. Ladies looking a lot, increase the temperature. The bacchanal go start so late because I'm a massacre. We patient waiting to party for so long. Party for so party.
Team program, yeah, boy. The party no good. The party no good, we don't got. The party no good. The party no good, we don't got. The party no good. The party no good, we don't got. The party no good. Hey, this fed got girls from all around the world. Hot, sexy, pretty girls. They make them body twirl. Yeah, man. Hey. Woman, woman, woman. Everywhere is woman. All our look, all our turn. I see a new one. Woman, woman, woman. Everywhere is woman. Ladies, spread your feet apart, bend your back, and bring the bumper round and round. Send it up, chop it down.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Hey, this is music.
The party no good. The party no good. We don't got. The party no good. The party no good.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Nathaniel Starr, and you're on iLive Radio, where independent artists from around the world.
Girl, we're short, girl, we're tall. Yeah, we love them all. Girl, we're big, girl, we're small. Yeah, we love them all. Party bouncing like a ball. Yeah, we love them all.
Let me see you, let me see you, let me see you. Hey girl, why the waist and let me see you. Hey girl, put your hands up on your middle. Hey girl, shake your bum and let me see you, let me see you, let me see you. She have a big bump and a big salve. Up girl, I just wake up.
me. Give me all your energy. Do something they never see. I want the whole place get shopping. I wanna see the people get shopping. I want the whole place get wild. I wanna see the people get wild. Now let me see. Now let me see. Now let me see. How the whole place get shopping. I want to see. Let me see. Now let me see. How the whole place get shopping. One them more we see money set of people you never see. We don't break up. Dirty is we. And everything going to live for cause are we.
Now we feeling alive. This energy is a vibe. We getting well and we getting bad. We go turn this party upside down. We go dirty the atmosphere. Throw everything in the air. Pen, flour, oil, mud. Bring it up in the air.
Show me what you got for me. Give me all your energy. Do something they never see. I want the whole place get shopping. I wanna see the people get shopping. I want the whole place get wild. I wanna see the people get wild. Now let me see. Now let me see. Now let me see. How the whole place get shopping. I want to see. Let me see. Now let me see. How the whole place get shopping. People jumping over the rail and see them climbing up on the wall. Man, them living the barricade, them get them stripping down to the draw. Get them all on top of my shoulder, pulling branches over my tree. Music and we got the shopping, and they want nothing with we. So, who going and start it? We going and start it? They going and start it? I don't care, just start it. Show me what you got for me. Give me all your energy. Do something that you see. I want the whole place get shopping. I wanna see the people get shopping. I want the whole place get wild. I wanna see the people get wild. Now let me see. Now let me see. Now let me see. How the whole place get shopping. I want to see. Let me see. Now let me see. How the whole place get shopping. One them more we see money set of people you never see. We don't break up. Dirty is we. And everything going to live up cause are we.
Do something mad, do something stupid.
Welcome. This is the Dominican Emz Show with me, your host, Dominican Emz, each and every Saturday between 2 and 4 p.m. I have got some an amazing guest today.
Exactly.
An, singular, not plural.
That's right. Guess.
and not even
One
singular.
guest.
Not even singular. Amazing. Oh my days. So I'm joined by my co-host, one Trinidadian legend number one. Yeah. Your Dominican friend, sister.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to put.
Family.
Family. That's it. Yeah, my family.
Skillit. Ryan Skillit. What's going on, everybody?
Can we
Back on the Dominican Emz Show. How is everyone?
You're my brother. I love you with my whole entire heart.
Absolutely. The feeling is mutual.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's blessed beyond belief. So my co-host today is Skillit, artist,
Yeah.
writer,
Yeah.
podcaster,
Yeah.
host,
Presenter. I do a little bit of acting, but I wouldn't class myself as an actor.
You're very good at acting, if I'm honest with you.
Am I?
And you didn't go to performing arts school, but
No.
you have just got the natural, innate ability in you.
I watch too much TV. That's the problem was.
Can I do this thing that I do every week, every time we have Soca? You know his daddy is D. Alberto.
Shout out to D. Alberto, Calypso legend.
He literally is daddy.
Schooled me like 2 days. We sweat. Oh gosh, yes man.
Big up Triniboi Joocie.
Come on, man.
I didn't want to say it too early. I wanted you to introduce, but
Gosh, man.
legend right here.
So he comes from good people. My guest today.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
It's funny, isn't it?
Because your dad is a legend. Do you realize how much of a legend your dad is?
We sweat before.
We play football together.
Really?
Yeah, come on,
That's what
man.
I'm saying.
That was Simba. Hold on. I recognize your face now.
I had long hair. When you see me,
Right,
yeah.
But you're from Mova and you're from Laventille.
Oh God, don't tell people that they could get frightened. No, yes, originally from.
Acting is more frightening than Laventille now.
I disagree with that, but we'll say yes for the Soca.
My first guest on the Dominican Emz Show is the award-winning recording artist, songwriter, producer, a member of Ebony Steel Band, and a teacher.
Come on.
You ain't easy get
And,
you.
And what else?
And Notting Hill Carnival ambassador.
Did your horns? The horns. There we go. So
Babe, take time. Take time, babes. Leave room for other people.
Yeah.
My only guest today is Bèl Dyès Mas.
She call him a government name on the thing. Next thing you say right. I know his name now.
Yeah.
Was the pronunciation correct?
No, it was correct. Perfect.
Bèl Dyès Mas.
Hold on.
You got a bit of Benny in there because you can see Venezuela from Trinidad, isn't it? That's what I'm thinking. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Don't look at his head.
No, I was thinking when you. But I hear what you're saying. You talking about the name. You mean with the name?
The name, yeah.
When me to look at you trying to my head out or what?
No, your hair nice.
Don't worry, I sponge
Good.
down just so good. Come
Good
on, man.
haircut, shape up
Wait
nice.
time yourself.
You looking smart.
You feel it's concrete hair there. Like, don't start, man.
You said we beat the name. You meant by the name. We're not going to repeat the name again. But you're saying his name has.
Bèl Dyès Mas. No, we're not going to say that again.
Gosh,
No. We just said it 2-3 times. We just relax.
Okay.
But my guest today, Notting Hill Carnival ambassador, teacher, singer, songwriter, recording artist, performer. You have been taking soca to heights and planes that other people in the industry would love to do in the UK. So we're going to give you your flowers today. I'm so proud of you. For somebody, and you're part of Ebony Steel Band as well, which you've been a part of since you were a young kid as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll touch on that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. But I just want to say, before we start, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Because we are not strangers to each other. I've seen you, I've been around you and seen your journey and just like the hustle, the grind, the share input. And I'm really, really proud of you. And even last week when it was the Platinum Queen's Jubilee and you were at Buckingham Palace and you were like, you had, was it, can you correct me if I'm wrong? There was like there was a mix of steel bands together.
Correct,
Right?
you're right, yeah.
Because I didn't recognise the name because usually it's like Metronomes, Ebony, so on and so on. So
Yeah.
I didn't recognise the name. So I thought it was a accumulation of all of you guys together.
Yeah.
And you on that stage, like
Showman as well, a great
representing
performer.
Trinidad, representing the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into it, like who you are and what you're doing a little bit later. But how did that feel before we go?
Yeah, I think it was an honor. I mean, I've known of it happening for a long time. You know, I was aware that it was going to happen. It's actually 4 bands. So UCASPO is the first steel band to come into the UK was TASPO. And the one of the last living members of the band was the one conducting, Mr. Sterling Bettencourt. So he was there.
Can we give him a round?
Yeah, amazing.
This is our culture in the UK. When you're of our backgrounds, obviously I'm Dominican, you two are 2 token Trinidadians. This is our culture. We have to rep our culture. Anyway.
Yeah, so Lord Kitchener was his 100 years anniversary.
Come on.
Yeah.
And they wanted to pay tribute to him because, again, he was the first Calypsonian to come over to the UK on the Windrush, you know, to sing London is the place for me.
Come on.
Right?
Come
So
on.
they wanted to combine the 4 bands, playing the same, I guess, rendition. Was arranged by Andre White, was drilled by, oh gosh, I forget his name now, Foster. And they said to me, look, Joocie, here what's going on. This is huge, millions of people. There's only one person we could think of to sing it. So I said, well, yeah, it's not a problem. So I had to sing Panini Minor originally from the Lord Kitchener.
Mm-hmm.
And before I actually sang that morning, I called Kitchener's son, which is Colonel Roberts.
Wow.
Video call him. And I said, Kitch, his nickname is Kitchener. I said, Kitch, what's he seeing? And he said to me, Joocie, Daddy go be happy. I'm glad it's you doing it. Promote the culture, do the thing, make sure you do you. You know what I mean? And the rest is history, man. You know.
What did it feel like when you heard that, though? That's an immense.
It's an honor, man.
In the most humblest way, for me, it's bigger than me. You know what I mean? It's a culture, as you said before. You know, it's a culture, it's a demographic, it's a way of life. It's not just a for the moment thing. You know, it's hype. Like we say, no, it's about this is what we contributed to British, I guess, culture. And it's something that I live by and still do to this day, you know, which is promote the culture to the British and European audiences, you know, worldwide.
And I can see why you are the Notting Hill Carnival, one of the Notting Hill Carnival ambassadors, because that has been your MO, your modus operandi for like years. That has been you. It's naturally you. you're so proud of like who you are and your culture, much as you want to like push your art. So I can see that's an amazing fit. So that was a lovely introduction. So this is my guest today. This is Bèl Dyès Mas.
You couldn't call him a government. What's your
bank details, babe?
What's
your bank details?
So MC like Bacchanal. Alright, well we go start then. Let me go.
Don't do me that.
Let me go.
I like that, don't you?
Yeah. I already in that shop, now you make me
I'm shy. So my first guest, my only guest today is Triniboi Joocie, Bèl Dyès Mas. You're Notting Hill Carnival ambassador. When did you come to London? Because I want to say you came to London when you were quite young. Because I've known you for years in the UK. But how old were you when you came here?
So no, but that'll be telling my age, you know. But when I came here, I was like,
hold on.
I was telling this. I was, but that's alright, man. You know how to get ripe. So as I say now, as I was saying, well, when I first came, I was a young panis coming from Trinidad. I was the youngest player to win Panorama in Trinidad.
How old were you? That's amazing.
At the time, so I've you know, when I came across in 1998, that's when I came. 98. The youngest pan player, and I came to represent Ebony. You know, came over to play with Ebony, and I guess the question you're asking me is how did I get into soca and writing soca is what you're asking me, right? So actually, it was years down the line. When I went to university, I studied in Leicester on a scholarship.
You went to
De Montfort, yeah, DMU. And
what did you do there?
Performing arts. I was on a performing arts scholarship / teaching and leading.
Nice.
So education, you know, as well as the arts. And I was here in Funky House and Garage, and I said, but this is soca. They take everything and then paying homage, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't we say this all the time? Because when it comes to soca, they call it maybe it's a lack of understanding. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's people not in positions where you're going to get, but people not in those positions to say it's soca. They're calling it tropical house. They're calling it a fusion, Caribbean something. Tropical house is the word that I keep hearing. But what I'm actually hearing is soca.
Yeah, for sure.
It's soca.
Major influence
but
to that sound.
A lot of the time I think it's because the lack of knowing how to market it or how to relate it. Because people think it's kind of like, I'll give you an example for dancehall. Before dancehall became popular culture, people had to understand, you know. So where Ren, if you did more works in promoting those kind of parties, people then became more familiar where they felt, well, hold on, I just go to dance class where I could do dancehall, you know what I mean? So I'm more familiar with it. Whereas with soca, it's always been a niche genre where if you're in that crew, you're gonna know about it, you understand? And now people are attracted by, I guess, the Juve parties, the different events, different carnivals where they're coming into it.
People, when they hear soca, they love soca.
Yeah.
So whether you're like somebody like us that's like born and raised in the culture, what if you're somebody that's like your Caribbean heritage, but you don't really know it, but you know you like it? I don't have a problem with that. That is what it is. They love it. Then much as the people who only come down to Notting Hill Carnival or an event like maybe Just Vibes or something else that we do, Panorama, they hear the music, they love it. So when they get there, they love it. We need a translation between how people receive our music and the business side of it and getting it across to the masses. Maybe you need a breakthrough. Maybe you need just an artist that's just going to push through.
Now we have things cooking right as we speak right now. That is, you'll remember this interview in a couple months. Let me see what we is now.
Okay.
What we at now?
Let me put the camera.
You gonna remember this, right? In the next, let me say 3 months max, you're gonna turn around and say, he really said that, boy. And this footage here, remember this, yeah?
Okay,
this footage here.
Let's do it.
You're gonna say.
Okay, what are we doing?
I can't speak on it because I'm under contractual obligations, but it's something.
This is why you can't tell West Indian people secrets, because you're still telling me something.
Is right, but that's something is enough. You understand? But sometimes you need that bridge. You need that transitional. I guess that point, that link that will make it happen. And God above here, I mean, in the next 3 months. You will say, wait, boy, and the man was on the show and he was so calm and So yeah, we cooking right now. We cooking.
I love it. That's one thing. Okay, so for people who don't know you and I,
Yeah.
forget about me. They're not here to talk about me today, even though I'm very interesting.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about you, Bob. But listen, how did your story start? So you won Pan Player.
Pan player. Come over. Panorama.
How old
to
were
the
you
UK.
again? 8 or 9, you said?
Yeah.
Then you came to the UK.
Yeah.
From Laventille
Yeah. Around the bridge.
to Sunny Acton.
Sunny.
No, actually, when we first moved over, we lived in South. I would have been a South boy, you know.
Right.
In Lewisham side there. Just today I was talking about that. Like, I would have been different, boy. I
know.
I might have been singing house, so I might have been singing. I don't know, boy. But yeah, we moved.
This is your calling, so you would have always been doing this, but maybe you would have just been a bit more.
You'd probably be rapping.
No, but we are thing there. We are thing there. Watch now. When we get into the
grime
music,
as well, you know.
Yeah, grime music as well.
But for me, it was always like my journey. The way it started was always about ensuring that I created quality. You understand?
Yeah.
Ensuring that I created quality, and I also was pushing it in the best way possible. Now, you know what I mean?
Right.
Package it properly, because back then people never used to do soca videos.
Right.
When I started to do my soca videos, it was proper.
And what year was that, though? Give us
So
kind of context.
the first year I come out was 2009 is when I started. 2010 is when I released my first video.
Which was?
Controlling Me.
Ooh.
Nice.
And a lot of the people who are in the video, they're like big in the mass world and carnival world now. You know what I mean? They were young then and now they old. You know, so it's hard. You understand?
But you all grew together.
Yeah, everybody grew together. You know. And then I just went from strength to strength, pushing it in different places, like I Love Live, which is like with Ed Sheeran before he bust Emily Sunday. You know what I mean?
Babes, we're gonna touch on this a little bit later. But you did SBTV as well.
I did SBT first soca video on SBTV. With Screw,
I remember that.
You went to school with Jamal as well.
I was Jamal's mentor in secondary school.
No.
Right.
He was a little miserable before he became what he became. He was a little. And the teacher told me talk to him, and I hit him a couple slap and I say, yeah, here what's going on.
What was it like being a mentor to Jamal?
Well, Jamal was nothing there, so back then he wasn't.
How old was he? Because I remember he started very young at SBTV, wasn't it?
So Jamal would have been about 15 at the time, 14, 15.
Wow. And you're literally at the start of that journey.
Yeah. Before and he said he wanted to rap.
Yes,
he was like, brother, you're rapping it really that good enough, bro.
Smoky bars, right? It was smoky bars, yeah.
Hence the SB.
And rapping it was weak. We tell him that.
I hear that.
We tell him that straight, you know. God rest his soul. We tell him that. No, we tell him honestly. We say, big man, it ain't gonna happen day. You understand?
Find our route.
And then, and then obviously, because we was the older year group, so he respected it, he liked it, you know what I mean? And I left. And then years down the line, Screw, how it happened with Screw is that, again, Screw was one of the fellas I looked out for in school.
Right.
So when he had a little trouble, I say to them fellas, leave him.
Right.
Like my brother. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And that's how our relationship, was tight. And then years down the line, I said, listen, I have a song. What you saying? But these times Screw done signed big, contract label, Screw out there, and I said, look, it's soca. And it's funny because the guy who shot the video was my videographer, Meji Alabi. Okay. He's responsible for all that Burna Boy, Wizkid. He's one of the biggest videographers in the world right now.
I feel like you two probably know a lot of the same people.
It's a small world,
It's a real small world.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. That's a good start. I love that. I love that.
A lot of people and I say that in the most humblest way, like I have put a lot of people on too. Yeah. In this game, and I think it's now I'm kind of reaping all the hard work, the rewards that.
But it's also your talent too,
the seeds. It's
also your talent too. Obviously, I agree with you. Like, people won't forget the things you've done for them, especially people in the scene. But I feel that the fact that you remain consistent and your talent, your music and your talent's gone from strength to strength has something to do with that too.
That's so funny because even saying that is like some people think I just started with Bottle Overhead.
Right.
A lot of people, that.
Yeah. Even learned some Creole today. They're called Mumu.
Mumu. Okay, like we go say caca hole.
Caca hole.
Is a bottom dotish.
Dotish, you're real dotish, boy.
Dotish, boy. Is a real. You know, the real notice.
Real notice,
some
boy.
bubuli. I call them bubuli. But yeah, a lot of people, they don't understand my journey. You know what I mean?
Sure.
In the sense of like, when I started, and I must give up before I even started, I have to pay homage to the likes of Scrappy, because these were the foundation artists.
Yeah.
Chardonnay, for me, was the person who made me come out as a soca artist in the UK. Chardonnay, right? So we have to give Chardonnay her flowers, because
Baby, stand up.
Big up Chardonnay.
We don't do half.
Listen, you can't come over there.
Clap him for Chardonnay.
You make me stand up. Yeah, we had it again.
Thank you, baby.
Right, so I must say, you know, big up to Scrappy, Chardonnay, Miss Desire, Soca Johnny.
She was here last week.
Soca Johnny. Yeah, so the show, I just was watching thing, but don't say no.
A fellow Dominic.
Big up to Johnny. Johnny tried to come from my year and artist to diss him and train. I had to make him retire early. Sorry, but anyway, I tell you, what bacchanal I go get bacchanal, you know.
He cannot match you. If you
Right.
want bacchanal.
I'm glad you say that. So, big up to the foundations of the UK soca scene, you know.
Yes.
Going to boy.
But you have to take it back a step, because we had the Calypsonians. Not to bring it back to your daddy every time.
Nah, but big up your father.
No, but there was all these people that were here that built the seeds of what we, like. You had what was they've got the steel band in West London, and they really paved the way in terms of like what we're doing now.
What are you
We need to
thinking
turn that fan off, you know.
Oh, that's the line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of an M, the steel band.
Metronomes? Mangrove?
Mangrove.
The mangrove.
Yeah. Oh, the man. Okay.
Yeah.
So, no, but big up, again, it's like the list is long, but big up D. Alberto. Big
Thank
up
you.
Tobago Crusoe. You see them two there?
Tobago Crusoe, boy.
These are living legends that we have to appreciate
the way.
them. That's paved the way, yeah. Within
There's so
their
many.
own right.
There's so many as well. There's so many.
You know?
But there's some people that really push through, and your daddy is one of them, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
He found
I'm like, your father is something
He's
ridiculous.
He's performing at the Windrush Festival on Wednesday.
yeah.
I'm meant to be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. So I'm working around there, so I'll be there. I'll be
feel
there.
like go
Do you want
past
to wear
you.
a costume?
Nah, I'm good. Nobody wants to see me in costume. But I will
Wow.
you gonna watch he's got a new song about keeping your mask on.
Yeah. Your father sent it from there.
You better looking with your mask.
Yeah. He father is one of the is one of like for me.
Harry Potter.
Harry King, yeah. Big up the Alberta. We need to get him on the show.
I've been asking you
I'll
for
message him.
7 months.
He's everywhere. I don't know. I can't get through to him
I'm
sometimes.
gonna bypass you and go actually
Go
to your
for it.
house in Walthamstow and go to your dad's.
She load up your dress, okay? That thing.
She don't learn. She don't learn.
But it's good.
I'm not
keep
easy.
saying acting. I don't live in acting. So keep saying acting. That's fine.
What you live now?
No, don't worry. I go tell her that time. I go tell her after.
Tell me in secret.
Yeah.
You're so silly.
So yeah, we have to pay. Like for me, I always say, if it wasn't for the likes of these guys before to plant the seed, not to say, well, we are artists who's big. That's why I pull up Pajo.
He was
After
here
his show, he was here, but the show, I think his first time when he came on the show, I pull him up, you tell her, I
Go and
buff
tell
him.
him.
I
I
buff
love
him.
it.
He
I
said,
love
well,
it.
there's no such thing as UK. I said, big man, pause. I tell him straight, you know,
What you tell him?
I like this.
So what you tell him?
big up.
She wild,
She likes up in his
Yeah, she
head.
will come.
So I said to what I said is, and it's very important that we understand that if it wasn't for the likes of people before you, you wouldn't have a platform, or you wouldn't have a stage or a space to be able to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that you owe anything to anyone, but you need to understand the foundation. It's come like soca music. You can't say there's no such thing as mixing Indian and African songs to make soca. You can't say that.
That is soca.
But that's how
That
it
is
started.
soca, yeah,
You
for
understand what I
sure.
mean? And when you
Yeah.
ask people about how soca created, a lot of people don't know. It's Rashoti. You understand? To me,
Listen,
it's like
I love what you just said, because one thing that I would love to do, and I try to do in my humble way, is what you just did there, like really just like nonchalantly. Education, because people come, they shake their bum bum at Carnival. Why are you there?
yeah.
We touched on mahogany. Like, what was the reason that we had Caribbean people playing mass in Notting Hill? What was the reason, babes? As a Notting Hill as Triniboi Joocie, who may or may not reside in acting, but comes from Lavent Hill.
Say that again. Say one more time now.
Lavent Hill.
You ever do them? Anyway, let me talk them.
No, not yet. It's a loaded question.
Yeah.
But I loved what you said because you're giving people the history and the context of why we're there. Like, yes, we have fun. I'm gonna be wild. I'm gonna be wussy. That's me. But I'm there for a reason, and we're repping our culture. Why?
I would say this, and I say this explicitly. Soca music or Caribbean cultures in regards to carnival has always been violated, and people have used it to gain and not paid homage. It's like Afrobeat. You couldn't say you have an Afrobeat festival and not have any Afrobeat, authentic Afrobeat artists, you know. But you could say you're having a carnival and no soca. How?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And I think this starts from not only the artists, but it starts from educate. Well, the artists need to know in order to know why they're creating or what they're creating to educate the fans, you know what I mean, or the supporters. So it's important. My point is important to understand the roots of what you're singing or what you're doing before you make statements, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I think it's important.
So what was the conversation that you had with Pajo?
Nah, big him up, man. He knows.
We're so proud of him.
You know, and I told him that too. Like, I love,
because we saw him go from like Pajo, like we know him as Pat, our ridiculous Guyanese friend who does promotions.
Yeah.
But he's of the culture, and we know him. He works hard. This man. But then he went from that, the transition to an artist. That I'm not an artist. I am somewhat creative. I am a creative, but I'm not like you guys who are an artist. That must be quite a hard thing, and to get people to think of you in that way as well.
I think it's like, for me, I have an advantage because I've been on the game for so long and everybody know me. You know what I mean? In the sense of the promoters in the UK. Not only the UK, I mean, I've been flying the flag in Trinidad. So when people come here and they know about Soca in UK, they say, but Joocie's England, you know what I mean? Because I have been, as I said, this is why it's important to know what you're saying. Like, for me, when I went home, if I didn't represent This Is UK Soca, I represent soca music out of the UK, nobody would know where it come from.
Sure.
You understand? I'm not living in Trinidad. I'm not based in Trinidad. I come from Trinidad.
And you're proud of your Trinidadian heritage. But like me, like even with this show, I'll be mostly soca. Do you know what, babes? If I'm honest, it's probably about 70% soca and 30% everything else. But when I'm home, I listen to hip hop, I listen to R&B, I listen to garage, I listen to grime, I listen to soul, I listen to pop. Like, because those are my influences, and those are the things that shaped us as well. And so you come in here at such a young age, you're going to have your Trinidadian background, but you're going to have like the things that shaped you here as well, right?
Correct. And that's exactly what it was, you know. Like, when we go into my catalog, I have stuff. Well, my new stuff, you go ball, because I really tapped into my heritage, which is my grandfather is Nigerian, my mom's dad,
really?
You know what I mean, mom, dad. So I tap into somebody,
the Nigerian
side, and brothers here and I say, well, but you see what's going on with you? Like, you went and lived in Africa for some years, or you know what I mean, because it was natural, you know. So
but it's in you. What is that? One of the songs that you sent me today?
Nah, you have everything have a blend of something. You have thing.
I like.
You know what I mean?
I like. Okay.
So you know, it's important to know, like, I don't do music to be famous, or for hype, or I do it because I love to create.
Right.
The process. I mean, as you are creative too, so it's like
I get it.
I love to create. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's not just music. My videos, I co-direct them, or I come up with the concept.
I can tell that.
You know what I mean? A lot. I think every year I set myself, you know, targets and goals to push either the perimeter or the space. How I develop as an artist too, you know, my writing. You know, how do I develop the writing? How do I develop the concepts? How do I package it in a way that the masses can enjoy? Not just our diaspora, but whoever living in that corner of Cheshire, you know what I mean? Like, everybody.
And I think you've made like such an amazing point there, because that's what differentiates you between your other soca counterparts in the UK. Because I will see your name on like festivals in and outside of the soca scene.
Yeah.
I'll see your name on like, you know, platforms. We mentioned the Queen's Jubilee. We mentioned like Strawberries and Cream. There's like so many. I've got a list about 40 events long.
Yeah.
Private, global,
international. We didn't even put the international dates on this calendar. So the international dates coming because I'm doing like
going Trinidad
Rotterdam,
as well, I'm guessing.
Trinidad, America, Holland. You know, we have still things to add in between now, but we still leave it a little open in case bookings wanna come in, more bookings now. You know what I mean?
Fill up, you guys, fill up that diary.
Fill
up that diary.
You've been working hard.
Yeah.
I can't say enough. I've seen, because like we've all grown up together in London.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you, how old were you when you came here? Because I don't remember like when I came onto this. So I literally don't know. I don't really care.
When did you come on this scene?
I don't know.
So you used to go Cox?
Yes, on a Thursday, Binning Street.
Right.
I was there every week.
You used to go Chopper?
No, I don't know that one, but I was probably there. And in Leabridge Road, you had John's Bar, Trini Wine Bar. I was there every week.
You ever went Iron Bar?
Yes, in West London. I had no business being there.
Is it?
I live in Walthamstow.
Right,
No,
so you was there for the fun. They remember these times, those parties was very niche. Remember, it was only the same 200 people.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. You just hit the nail on the head. No, but he's right though, because you see the same people at these niche parties that follow the same kind of music. Even with bookings, when you were younger, performing on stage, you still seeing the same people. You know, I know that does develop and it can grow that way, but
it's limiting.
Yeah, 100. How do you find it? Like, what made you feel like? Because obviously we all grew up, we're Caribbean people, we all have that calypso, that soca side to us. We all know, I love soca music, I love calypso music, but I never saw it as a viable option to make. So I just went the grime and hip hop route, you know what I mean? But for you, what made you wanna, I mean, I know you love doing it, but you know, could it be like, how did you battle that?
You know what? My whole life has been like to fight for what you want.
True.
You know, and I'm not saying that in a way of being a victim or trying to play this, I've had it hard. You understand? It has been hard, you know? Yeah. And I think for me, that's what helps to keep me motivated, is that people say to me, boy, you've done this, you've done that. You know, like, for instance, like, you should be celebrating, and for me, I don't even see that as celebration. I still see that as stepping stones. We need to go again. Next thing. You know what I mean? So my drive for soca was because when I was at uni, it was underrepresented. Not just underground, mainstream, internationally. For me, anyway, it was underrepresented. So I said, when I started to make soca music, I represented the UK.
Right.
And I said that by everywhere I performed.
I love
from
it.
Festivals.
You know, when he says this, he means this, you know. This is why. Because you don't mince your words. And I like it.
No, you just say it straight.
You have to.
Charity work. When men saying, me know if you're good enough, come and sing at my party. Let me see how good it is. And when I mash up the place.
Yeah,
but Joocie something good, boy. For me, it was.
Pay me.
No, of course. But this is where they say pay in your dues, you know. And I wouldn't mention names, but when I first started, Blacks, RIP Blacks. Blacks was one of my mentors, you know, where Blacks said to me, Blacks said to me,
oh my God.
Joocie,
wow,
keep pushing. Sometimes he used to just before he passed, he sent me WhatsApp.
Wow.
Stop exposing the only thing on your WhatsApp. Suspense, let them wait. I said, but Blacks, that released since 2 months ago, Black, you know.
I was so sad when he passed.
You know. But
that's a soca icon, and he was invested in you as well.
Yeah, but not just him. It's like certain artists who are big name I collaborated with,
and a few.
My experience wasn't the best. As a young artist, I could have stayed around and say, boy, you know, I'm done.
Yes.
You know, I work with Marshall. Yeah. I work with Bungie. Yeah. I worked with Fayan. I have worked with
everybody.
Benjai.
You told me Triple K as well. We know with Dominican Emz Show.
Big up the Triple K. We didn't do a project yet, but we communicate. You know what I mean? But there's pretty. You name artists, I could tell you, right? And for me, it's like throughout my journey, I was able to build relationships where people understood at the end of the day, nah boy, he bad, he a thing. He's talented. You know what I mean? And for me, that was the most important factor in my journey. You know what I mean?
I love that.
And that's been like something really evident in your career. Maybe that's what's pushed you forward. I'm gonna say this. Okay.
Where's that song right there?
Why is it still going?
Who's all laughing in the back there? When you come out from there?
Yeah.
You've talked about your mentors, but you've also brought people forward as well.
Yeah.
I would say, if I look at your career, we've grown up together in the UK. I'm watching you as an artist. Remember, I'm not an artist. I've seen you elevate and grow. But I've also seen you take Soca to like platforms and realms where it's not the typical, it's not the norm.
100%.
And I think that's how you're actually going to grow the culture.
Yeah.
Because we have the love and the understanding of our culture and mass. But other people don't necessarily understand. They might see a hypersexualized side. They might see like, oh, this is fun music. But they don't actually get the culture and why we are there doing carnival, playing mass each and every year in our respective islands. And I've seen you take it to like different realms and fields where that's not the norm. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's all work in progress, right? You know, I watch a lot of documentary. I'm a person. I'm a very I think about everything. I'm an articulate person. You know what I mean? Like I don't just do things wild. You know what I mean? I do sometimes. If I drink a little punching, big up to the My Trini shop. Big up. You know, and I give them a shameless plug. You know, if I drinking a little thing, I might a little bit of punching. My Trini shop, guys. If you want your punching, My Trini shop is the spot to get the authentic.
That's gonna get me pregnant.
My Trini shop.
You hear what she said?
I hear what she said. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Wait, over to get dry just so you. You have a no?
Oh yeah.
I think I want in my bag. I know. I started. Anyway, so
Trini Juice.
Hey, hello. Next thing, Bacchanal start Instagram. That you know people like thing, yeah. But yes, you forget your mouth. What I was saying now. What I was saying, guys.
My Trini shop.
My Trini shop is to get your punching. You know. So you make sure you are protected. You know,
at all times.
At all times, just be safe out there in the Armageddon. But yes, no. Like I said, yeah, for me it's like it's I've always thought bigger than the diaspora, and I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I'm just saying, like, I'll give an example. For example, one of the first shows I went on supporting with Billy Ocean, for instance, right?
Amazing.
Come on, man.
We did.
He plays pan as well, doesn't he?
He plays pan in Ebony,
yeah.
you know.
Shout out Ebony.
You know, yeah, the best band. And I went to a show it would have been in Hammersmith Apollo 2007. We did a tour with him, right? And when I came out and saw the fans and thousands of fans, and there's me thinking big Rasta man, I thinking the diaspora that we did,
Yeah.
It was the total opposite.
Yeah.
It was pure, white middle class.
They love Billy Ocean,
and they love him. And
they love Billy Ocean.
To me, some people would have say, boy,
they love soca, but they don't know what it is. They just like the sound and how it makes them feel.
Right, but then for me, what I took from that was, how was he able to reach those audiences? How can we? Because they take it further. If you understand what I'm saying, you know what I mean. It's very important to feed the diaspora, but also to think bigger and how you could encourage people, because there might be somebody in Leeds who might want to sing soca.
Riddell, Triniboi.
Hey, she like Bacchanal, you know.
Was that a conversation or was that an observation? What when you saw that? Because that's quite pivotal in your career. Because that's how you've separated yourself from your counterparts. So you've taken yourself from people being the soca platforms, the fets. There's nothing wrong in that. It's a good thing. But you've elevated and taken to a different point. What was it?
It was that. But not just
observation.
An observation, but also too is me. Remember, I went back and forth. So remember, I would only say within the last 10 years, people started to travel more, where they knew more about soca by going to the different carnivals and stuff, right?
I agree.
Prior to that, people didn't know. They would just go with whatever song is the hit song, you know what I mean? As in what they hear most frequently. Yes. But prior to that, nobody wasn't traveling to the different carnivals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for me, from going back and forth from home, I was seeing how they were doing things. And it's funny, we base here, but back home would emulate what they see outside.
Yes. It's so weird.
And we here want to emulate what we see.
It's such a weird
you know what I mean?
It's so true.
That's
So
very true.
sometimes it's just observing that. Yeah, big man. Yeah.
What happening there, boy?
What happened there? You like that one there? Right.
Got angry?
Right. She went into it.
She went into
She
this
went into
knocking?
it. Oh, you like knock?
Okay, so we may or may not have building works happening above us as we're doing our radio show. We are gonna go through.
It's only pong.
It's only palm, boy.
But you touched on like a really great subject. So you had people that like fed into you in the terms of the greats. You were speaking to Kitchener's son.
Yeah, Kuna Roberts, yeah.
And
We work together.
amazing. And you're speaking to Blacks, who is one of your many mentors. Who were your other mentors?
My mom. My mother is my mentor, my brother, my team, my close team is like, for instance, like they were with me from day one. You know, one of my closest friends, my best friend, my brother. When I first started, he said to me, Joocie, you need to do a logo, you need to have merch. And I said, but we would I wanna just sing?
Yeah.
Tell me about merch.
Yeah.
And back then, nobody really was pumping the merch. I think after that, Little B and all these people started to do their merch and sell. But back then, when I was doing, I'm talking about 2011, 2012, I was doing Bristol Carnival, Nottingham, Northampton, Leeds, Leicester, Manchester, Birmingham. We was going up there with t-shirts and selling it with CDs, and people was like, you know, buying that like it's some global star, you know what I mean? But because of how it was presented, you know, so for me, is my team has, you know, producer, you know, J Press, my brother, you know, Logic, Rolando, you know, I had to call his name because these guys were with me. Big up SD Productions as well, one of the first producers. Shaker. But you get miserable now, you playing PDD and all these artists and things. Big up Shaker, same way though, because they're doing a great job.
He's more sarcastic than I am.
When Shaker, I think I would have been probably his second artist or first artist he produced for. Because he was a DJ. And he said, boy, Joocie. And he sent me some things and I said, nah, that garbage, I don't like that. Yeah, I like that. I don't like. And one of my first CDs when I came out, I released a Soca mixtape. Shaker was one of the producers on that.
Nice.
So big up Shaker.
Big up Shaker, big up Cole Chisel, because you've worked.
Chisel,
You met Cole Chisel.
Yeah, big
the
up
other
Cole
day.
Chisel. Yeah.
These people are so talented. We've got some gems in our community.
Yeah.
I just want to see them win.
Yeah.
If I should help in any minutia of like a way, I will do it, you know? Okay, so let's bring it back. You have had many people feed into you, but you've also fed into other people. I'm going to say this. I'm going to make a statement.
Go on.
And you can just answer or you don't answer. It's up to you. I think you set a bar in terms of the UK soca scene and more people based in the UK, I should say, in terms of soca. 'Cause I don't know what the UK soca, I don't know how to define that. But in terms of an artist, I think you set the benchmark in terms of what you can do and how good you can do it. And I think you've paved the way. And I think we need to give you your flowers.
Thanks, man.
Because you've gone over and beyond what people can expect. Because you've not just done the soca scene, you've done like outside of the soca scene.
Yeah.
Fetes, festivals, international, and being authentic in your music and your culture. And like you were talking today, you have a message. Like they cannot tell you what you think. You think what you think already, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, you want to get
I'm getting distracted.
No, and I mean I appreciate that and I take that humbly, you know. But
you have paved the way for people coming after you, and people now you've paved the way.
Yeah, I agree, but you know, it's just
the bar was here. You was like, F that.
Yeah.
The bar is here.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example to even to stamp that is when I first started, there were things that I was seeing that I didn't want to. Like for instance, like Shaker would tell you, I headlined Soca Frenzy. I had headlined Soca Frenzy at least 3-4 times, and back then, the first one I did was 2000 and 2010, 2011. I think 10 or
We were
11.
only 10 years old.
Right?
We were
What?
young.
Right.
Right? And when I first headline, I was like, listen, me care what artist you're going and bring or what, my face need to be on there. My rider needs to be there. I need to have a space to have change for my dancers. I was one of the first, and I will say this explicitly. Big up to Sun Divas, but
I
back
love
then they
them.
were MLM, right?
Right.
And even before they started, because they had reached out to me, you know, because we all started the same time, right?
Let's give him a shout out.
Big up them, big up Mercy too, because he started the same time as me. You know what I mean? And
I love Mercy as well.
yeah, be lazy, and I tell him he had to push harder, you know what I mean? But he have the talent, he's super talented, you know?
When he's ready, I'm ready for him to come on. I asked him to come on ready.
And we say, he's sticking.
He's Grenadian. They just take their time.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. So what? So you were fighting for that from then?
My drive from day one was always like the same way you will treat those international artists when they come here, you need to treat me.
I love that.
And for me, that was always my stance.
I love
Come
that.
and tell you that. You know, and
it's about respect.
But I didn't just come out and I showed them by giving quality, by releasing quality music, quality products, you know what I mean, and performing and mashing up the place. And because I did that, I then had, you know what I mean, I was in a position to see those things. So I'm not saying come out and have demands. I'm saying
I hear you.
Prove your worth first, and then you know you could have your demands.
But that mentality that you've had is the reason why you're doing the things that you're doing now.
Yeah,
100%. Self-belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-belief. Big up Jamal, boy.
Jamal, big up Jamal Edwards, man.
Self-belief.
Big up Jamal Edwards.
Amazing.
You know?
Rest in peace to Jamal.
Yeah. My brother cussing him now. How she calling your government same name so much?
Yeah,
like she.
Come up to the hour.
Right.
My brother right. Look, people, look, thing.
Yeah, it's true.
We're coming up to the hour, but your brother can talk to me in a second when I talk to him to his face.
When you what?
I talk to him to his face.
Is it? Yeah.
Baby, just whine and bend over. Putting my hand on your shoulder. I wanna
This
make
is
you mine. You set my soul on fire. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey, girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Come, girl, don't run from it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey, girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Come, girl, don't run from it. My girl, what you have under there? You dancing there without a care. The way you whine and give it to me like skin to skin with no underwear. When you whine and bend over, put your leg on my shoulder. On the spot me and you interlock. Make a ball for water like a name one solar. If you see words in the place, bam bam bouncing all over. All over. I tell you she make up she face to the base. I am witness like hey. When I see how she whining, I turn on, I tell she, hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey, girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Come, girl, don't run from it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey, girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Come, girl, don't run from it. I love in the way how you whine and you dance. You make her go nuts, man, ball. I love you, baby. You make the things stand tall. Baby, just whine and bend over. Putting my hand on your shoulder. I wanna make you mine. You set my soul on fire. It's about that time. Who come out to party, who come out to lime. Woman in front, a man right behind. Everybody liking the vibe. Join the line, ladies, this is your time. Who come out to party, who come out to lime. Woman in front, a man right behind. Everybody liking the vibe. Join the line, ladies, this is your time. If you see words in the place, bam bam bouncing all over. All over. I tell you she make up she face to the base. I am witness like Jehovah. Hey, when I see how she whining, I turn on, I tell she, hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey, girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Come, girl, don't run from it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey, girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey, girl, let me take a wine on it. Come, girl, don't run from it. I love in the way how you whine and you dance. You make her go nuts, man, ball. I love you, baby. You make the things stand tall. Baby, just whine and bend over. Putting my hand on your shoulder. I wanna make you mine. You set my soul on fire. You set my soul on fire. You set my soul on fire. Doing all of the things I like.
This is a Dominican Emz Show. I have got an amazing co-host today, Skillit.
Yo.
Albert.
Yeah, I'm just taking off the fans because it's nice and cool in here.
It's hot like boom boom.
Yeah. Well.
There
you go.
How long you sing this song? About 5 years.
Come on now.
Do you want to sing it, babe?
We live now?
We're live. You want to sing it?
I get it, yeah. No problem.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Hey girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey girl, let me take a wine on it. Come girl, don't run from it. Hey girl, let me take a wine on it. Hey girl, let me take a jump on it. Hey girl, let me. This song rude, but hear me now, let me tell, my girl, what you have under there? You dancing there without a care. The way you whine and give it to me is like skin to skin with no underwear.
What are you doing, babe? Making me forget myself on air.
Yeah,
Babe, you're making me forget myself on air. So this is the Dominican Emz Show. I'm joined by my co-host Skillit.
Yes. I'm here with a great guest.
Amazing.
Soca royalty.
Literally.
Hey, that's it tag now, you know.
Tag now?
Soca royalty, boy.
Soca royalty.
Since the Queen Jubilee, that's what they're saying.
Introduce it. There we go.
Soca royalty.
That's it. He's knighted. He's knighted. Oh, hail. Triniboi Joocie.
Do I need to take off my shoes?
All hail Triniboi Joocie. That's how you used to be introduced now.
Yeah.
All hail. And there's me a Trini man saying it as well. All hail Triniboi.
Hail him, man. Hail him now. Yeah, hail him, man.
You look ridiculous.
Oh God.
Look him there. Look, he coming, boy. He coming. Hail him, man.
Oh God. I love it.
I love them.
Sorry.
I love them. Dominican Emz Show with you every Saturday between 2 and 4 p.m. If you want to get in touch with us, 07 564 265 257, or you can DM Ryan, who's not paying attention to the monitor.
I am. I don't see nobody DM. Nobody see DM that damn thing here, boy.
So we are sponsored by Customers on Demand. Do you know what? My hay fever's gonna kick it. I'm so sorry. That was really ladylike and classy, so I'm gonna give you that. But this is a Dominican Emz Show sponsored by Customers on Demand, who help service-based businesses build their brand online, find their target audience, and help their customers convert their customers. Over the past 4 customers on demand over 200 companies double their turnover. Don't watch that. You lot are just paying attention to detail. Customers on Demand have helped over 200 companies double their turnover in 30 to 60 days.
A round of applause for Customers on Demand.
Big up to Customers on Demand,
And they're going to be here later.
The CEO is going to be on my show.
It's amazing. So
Big up, and big up Ash Barber as well. So tune into the Skillit World straight after the Dominican Emz Show. I'm going to plug my show after this though.
Straight after. And we have Bèl Dyès Mas for Notting Hill Carnival, which have launched. So you can buy your costumes, you can buy your t-shirt packages. They're all available. beldyesmas.co.uk. That's
amazing.
beldyesmas.co.uk. You can shake your boom boom. You can whatever you want to do on the road for Notting Hill Carnival. We are there for the culture, and yeah, amazing. Also, let's mention Titan Fest.
Yes.
So you've got Titan Fest, which you're going to be performing at.
Yeah, live and alive. We live in Titan Festival. Crazy. It's marathon any dance. It's 1 mile and a half. 1 mile and a half. It's marathon any dance.
Word. Sunday, the 21st of August, Titan Fest. It's the day after 51st Date. On the main stage, we've got the likes of T-Pain, John B, etc., etc. We have Leah on the AAA stage, but then we have yourself, Parjo, Hollywood HP. Who else have we got?
Tedderson John.
It's amazing.
Crazy.
I think everybody from the island. I think Travis Wool as well on that too. So big up man.
Amazing.
That's gonna be great. I mean, we're trying to go there, man. We're trying to get there.
I'm going already.
Are you going?
I'm gonna get you a ticket.
Yeah, give me a ticket.
But if you would like to get tickets and you're not like one of us two, and you would like to get a ticket, they're available now. I think they start at like £30. I think that's amazing for the lineup that we've got.
That's good.
There's so many people on that line. If we can get like the list in front of us, guys, and just shout out who's going to be there, it's going to be immense. It's going to be amazing. But yeah, you got yourself, Parjo, and Triniboi Joocie, and you've got Triple M as well representing the UK. It's going to be immense.
It's going to be crazy. Yeah.
Thank you to the guys at Soca as well, because that's immense. That's amazing. Niceness. Okay, so in terms of what else you're doing, I was having a look at like your lineup for like the rest of the year, babes. Not even the rest of the year.
Next 2 months. Next 2 months is crazy.
I like to exaggerate because I'm Caribbean.
Yes. Yeah. So next 2 months is gonna be intense. You know, couple countries, but base here, one of the biggest dates that you have to remember and put in a diary is August the 25th.
Ooh.
Joocie in concert, my concert, Carnival Tuesday, Joocie Tuesdays.
Nice.
We putting a stamp in it, yeah. So I mean, before COVID, I had my own. I was doing my own concert, but this year we say we putting it at the beginning of the Carnival, just before the Bacchanal start, and so yeah, Joocie Tuesdays.
Is that going to be an annual thing?
Subterranean, yes, it's going to be an annual thing. We have a lot of, we have a few, just to name a few, live acts. We have Hyper Sounds.
Wow.
Wetty Beats.
Wow.
It's Ray. Triniboi Joocie.
Wow.
And a few more acts, surprise acts to come through. So live band too. So live band from 7 to 11, the concert. So wherever you want to go after, you could go, but your prep and the pre is in Joocie Tuesdays. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So Subterranean Labo Grove in the heart of the Carnival too. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be Joocie Tuesdays. Yeah.
That's gonna be wicked.
Nah, it will be crazy.
I'm glad that's coming back as well, because obviously COVID took a hit. None of us knew what was gonna happen with that situation. So
yeah,
it's good that things are getting back to normal.
Yeah, we cooking, man. We cooking.
Can't stop Soca. You can't stop Soca.
Can't stop it.
You can't stop it.
Never.
So what was it like when you mentioned earlier before we were having a joke about you being knighted as a Soca royalty?
Say somebody actually don't write that on the gram.
Soca royalty. But performing at the Queen Jubilee.
Yeah.
That must have been crazy.
Yeah, man. Again, as I said, this is the year of wows. You understand? That is slogan. This is the year of wows, because the Queen Jubilee is just the start, man. That is when you crack the egg, you put the flour, you add a little butter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might add a little essence, just to add the flavor.
The royal family don't put the essence, but we would. And bitters. We put bitters as well.
We put the Angostura. We put the Angostura bitters.
Big up. But the royal family won't do that.
No, well. I mean, they didn't know. They add the flavor. They add the flavor, But
you're right.
So we yeah, man. We have some wow moments coming up. Some huge, like. I wish I could. You hear any feedback?
Yeah.
I think it's one of the mic.
I think it's this wire.
Too many wires on
this wire.
Stop it. We're gonna push through, but I can hear it too.
Alright, go on now.
It was this wire.
Okay.
Don't watch that.
So we have a lot of wow moments to come. Stay tuned, man. Like when I tell you, like it's funny because when I did the Queen Jubilee with BBC. The song Tech, when she saw me, she said, "Hey, Joocie, how you going?" And I'm looking at her like, huh? And she said, "Do you remember me from?" And I said, "Oh!" So we have some big things coming, man.
Nice.
Just
no. A little something.
You've been doing amazing. So we had your last song, one of your last songs.
Mm-hmm.
Just before the pandemic, with Bottle Overhead, we saw 2.6 million views on one YouTube video alone.
Yeah.
So who knows how much that's got on TikTok, YouTube as a whole, much as the soca scene. How did that feel to see that reception for your song, You and Wetty?
It's a lot of hard work. I wouldn't lie to you, and
Be real.
people. Yeah, I had to. I 2 plane tickets to Trinidad for promotion, a lot of the plates initially before the song come out, and it's so funny how everything happens for a reason, because we had this song for a year, we didn't release it for a year, we held it back Because before we had a song called Obia, which was gaining a lot of attention. And we had Bottle Overhead, and I said, when we drop this one here, that is it, And, Wetty was like, yeah. But he wasn't sure. And when we released this song, I said, I'm going to make 2 trips. I go in Trini first, bust it in Trini, come back, and then go back down again in January. So I went December, and then went back in January. And the rest is history, man. I worked the song, and...
Because you've been doing this for a while, did you have that feeling that this song is going to be that song that's just going to do something different?
Could I be honest with you? This is the first song
honesty, I'm a woman.
that I prayed on. I prayed. Swear to you.
I love that.
I prayed on this song.
I love that.
Before releasing it, big up to Team Soca, I prayed. The day before we released the song, I prayed. I said, God, I know, but make sure this one here connect to the people.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that it started to happen. It started bubble. But then the main thing is when January comes, Trinidad, after Christmas, Boxing Day, the hit songs, people just drop the big songs. But Bottle Overhead was released since October. Right? And it so happened that a week, a discussion started happening. Joocie boy Triniboi Joocie. They didn't even know the name. They couldn't pronounce the name. But they said, this song is a monster. And what happened is I went to my interview in Boom Champions and I said, you know what? I ain't going on no laid back vibes. I'm going there with attitude. And I went there and they said...
What is it like? Because you've been here since you were like really young. So when I hear you, I hear Trinidadian.
Yeah.
But when they hear you, do they hear English?
Yeah. Well, you know, certain things they might say, English, but...
Chips.
When I went to... Yeah. when I went to Boom, they said to me, what is this you bring here? Akeem 5.0. So he's part of like voice and all that.
Right.
So Akeem, no, I say, Akeem, Daisy Tune. So we come on here and he said, do you want to introduce this? I said, no, I don't want to introduce this song. Put it on and let the people talk. If the song is low, garbage, let me know. Phone in. You see, from that moment, they press play.
Love.
The computer for Boom Champions crashed. People ring the light. They have like a red light. Crashed. A man phone in. Hey, boy, there's a monster. Hey. Like 15 calls back to back. One man call and he say, boy, the only thing is they have a little anti-climax. Somebody else ring back and say, boy, we talking about climax. Go in the pharmacy and get tablets for that.
I love a Caribbean.
From that moment... You say, yeah, they call it that. They call it ball. Yeah, they call it that. You see that man who know call about the anti-climax, but you go in the pharmacy and get 2 tablets for that week. And
I love
typical.
It's the energy behind it, man. And from then the song just people had to play. They had no choice but to play the song.
Right.
And even to this day, the song is still played. You know what I mean? So it's one of them.
How did you come up with the concept for Bottle Overhead?
So being a pan man.
Do you want to sing it first and then you tell us after?
Let me explain and then I go. Let me go. So
sometimes I listen. Go on.
What you say?
Sometimes I listen.
Sometimes you listen.
Yeah.
If you want to hear something good, yeah, listen. No, you know. What? This is I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh, you make me sick.
Sorry, that you feel like I told me. Yeah, the holy candle. Sorry. No, but what it was the no, what it was the so I was in the studio. We was working on a different song. I was working on Wine in Parish.
Right.
And I was on Instagram, whatever. And then Wetty's like, but you see, come off your phone, boy, on your phone, let me ride. I say, yeah, just now. Anyway, I saw Major Hype doing the bottle girls in the club. He was doing a skit now and he had the bottle girls holding to. And I say, yo, that is a concept, Bottle Overhead. The girls, the champagne girls, sparklers. Yeah. When we party, we just put our hand in the air. He said, what do you mean? And it's only because prior to that, people said to me, you're a pan man. Why do I no pan in your music? Why I no pan? And I say, you know what, it's true. And we started building vibes right
exactly. I was going to say, yeah, you can't.
And in the studio, we had water, rum, Hennessy. So we literally had that in front of us. Alive. We didn't have the Henny. We didn't have no Henny. We had a cheap French rum called Nick.
Right.
Old Nick.
What's that one we used to have in Wolfram? Is it E&J?
E&J. Yeah. They call that evil juice.
Yeah, that is evil juice.
Yeah. But we had a bottle of Old Nick and a bottle of water.
I love.
And I say, what does everybody drink? And then we say the Hennessy. And it was like, it could be water. It could be rum. It could be Hennessy. Everything going down.
Big
Down,
tune.
down, down.
Babe,
You know what I mean?
don't do me that. Can I play the
big tune.
instrumental?
Come on, man.
I love that story. That's great.
I love it. For the culture. Triniboi Joocie and Bottles Overhead.
Big up to all the listeners right now. They're lucky. Thank you for staying here with us. Send your comments. It could be rum. It could be Hennessy. Everything going down. It could be water. It could be rum. It could be Hennessy. Everything going down. Cause 2 bottles over we head. And a bouncing through the crowd is over we head. Now watch the gal them wine go on the gong like dum 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 like now watch it now down on the gong like flick it on flick it on flick it Emz, I don't mean to be so rude, darling, and we don't really watch face. Now you have your breakfast and drinking. We don't know how everything tastes. Well, you just buy by the bar. We have it here by the case. So if your feel is a problem, well, tonight you gonna know your place. Wait till tell them tout moun sa passe. It's to send for the punch and bring out the back a day. It's plenty bottles line up like on a range. Yeah, we go do it just like the other day. We don't care what people say. Why? Cause it could be water. It could be rum. It could be Hennessy. Everything going down. It could be water. It could be rum. It could be Hennessy. Everything going down. Cause 2 bottles over we head. Over we head. And a bouncing head. Over we head. The money go like
Big tune. Big tune.
The money go like all of the Dominican flag is buttocks. Hear me now. Phones out the taping. What you seen? Cause when the bottle in my hand it reinforced like a beam. And if you come inside, you know what you're getting in. And if you have no vibes, go home with your team. Cause you like too much melee. When we come into me lunch. Me and the pussy does piccole. Yeah, we in and out like we ticote. We don't care about nobody. Why? Cause it could be water. Help me sing. It could be rum. What we say? It could be Hennessy. Everything going down. It could be water. Cause it could be rum. Yeah, it could be Hennessy. Everything going down. Cause the bottles over me. It's over me head. Over me head. And a bouncing head. Over me head. It's over me head. Now watch you girl them and go down on the gong like dum 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 dum. You like that? Down on the gong like get them man. All on the bird.
Hey, come on, man. Round of applause for Triniboi Joocie, man. You know one thing I love about Soca artists as well? Exactly how the sounds. Yeah, he's amazing. Exactly how the song sounds on record and on is exactly how it sounds when they perform it live, man.
Not all artists can do that.
Okay, let's not gas anyone. You're right. Not everyone can do that. But that sounds exactly like how it sounded on.
I love what you said though.
It's true.
As a non-artist, is that like a love?
Hard. No, it's hard to do, you know. That's not easy to do. That is not easy because you have to factor in what's going into the mix and of the song itself. So there's so many different reasons why certain songs won't sound the same live. You know, obviously a lot of the singing could sound the same, but not sometimes it's not. So that sounded amazing.
It's going off on the gram right now.
Yeah,
people like yo.
Yeah, big up Trinity.
Yo. Wait, let me get Emz. Let me get shake. Hey, get them. Hey. All on the bird.
Hold on. You do the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit while you're whining.
I'm a Christian.
What's it song called?
Wine in Paris.
Wine in Paris.
Wine in Paris is the next one.
God.
Are we gonna do that? Can we do that one in Paris?
Yeah, but look, you could bust it one time, you know.
Can we go?
Yeah?
Don't tell me that, babe.
You have to now. You
bust it one time, you know.
Cross. You did the cross by your whining.
You could bust it one time, you know. I tell you.
Jesus.
Is the instrumental? So we get a little zouk, a little bouillon, you know what I mean? Brand new Joocie, it's out yet. Hey! Feel it, go to, feel it, I said, feel it. Give me a little volume in the music now. A little louder, please. That is the loudest, indeed. Yeah, a little louder, please. That is the loudest, To the whining parish, this is the dirty zone. Inside we don't want no stooshness, so throw away your phone. We speaking by body language, so don't break the code. When the dirty behavior start revealing everything getting, girl, throw your hand up and give me dirtiness. But she all on the bird and thing. Get them, all down on the stars. Yeah, all up on it. Give me this song, give me this song. Give me this song, give me this song. You have the song there? You have the song line up?
Shall I do it?
Give me the song, give them the song. First time you hearing it. Tukankum, katum.
Lines up.
There's the song there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brand new Triniboi Joocie, not released yet. Emz. Brand new Joocie. Welcome to the whining parish. This is the dirty zone. Inside we don't want no stooshness, so throw away your phone. We speaking by body language, so don't break the code. When the dirty behavior start revealing everything getting, throw your hand up and give me dirtiness. Bend your back and show me your. When we say, bring it to me, walk it. Throw your hand up and give me dirtiness. Get up. This is the place for you to get. This is part 1, 2, 3, girl, push it back, push it back, give me. I said to back, push it back, show me how you get it.
This is bad.
You bringing back the feeling, you know what I mean?
I already look on now.
This verse is for you, tell me now. At your back, just like that. I set up, girl, lift and drop. Go down on the ground, bubble and spot. Then heat it up and just cook that pot. Where you learn to do that, mommy? That wine you have hooking me. Right now you is my property. Yeah, why? Cause you are the talk of the night. Girl, you're bad for spite. You can't be wrong, girl, you're right. When you're in the center, watch eyes. Tell all of them who shy. This moment is yours. Give me the look back, the smile. I'm not taking no mama guy. Y'all throw your hand up and give me the dirty day. Hey, bend your back and show me your dirty. Bring it to me, walk it. Throw your hand up. So she getting on the other side of this camera all you. In lashing. Listen.
So that's your new one. Give us a little bit more. Nice. I'm
talking about that. Good for you to get dirty. Show them 1, 2, 3, girl, push it back, push it back, give me, back. What's your like Skillit used to together. She going mad. Well, I know, man. That's a regular thing.
That's a regular thing, boy. That's a regular thing.
So we have visuals for that coming. Crazy. I filmed both in Trinidad and in London.
I love.
Blending the culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That your song. Your songwriting is I love it. Catchiness.
Beautiful.
So
Soca music. Come on, man.
You have back in the days, right?
Yes.
I don't know how we looking for time.
We're good. We got time.
All right. So back in the days is something I wrote. I wrote this. I was listening to this guy from Birmingham.
Right.
It's Billions.
Ah, yeah, Billions. Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
You say billions.
Right.
No. Millions.
You cannot.
Yeah. Hold on. Pause. Hold on.
I think it's about somebody else.
Millions is the one who sing Millions. He had that Birmingham accent.
How do you song go?
It's Millions.
Millions.
You know Millions, right?
He looks million.
Yeah, he does.
He does. It's
Millions.
How you go?
You know Millions, and he sing.
He's a big
Oh,
grime
the rapper,
artist.
you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, the grime artist.
Grime UK
I
artist.
thought you meant about somebody else from UK rap. Sorry.
No,
Right.
but Millions,
grime artist,
right?
yeah.
But
I thought you meant Million Dan.
I think he's
No, no.
Jamaican, but he looks very. Sorry, don't come for me and your people.
No, he looks like Eritrean. He look more Eritrean.
He look Eritrean.
He look Eritrean.
Yeah, Million, big rapper, big rapper.
Right, Million,
Yeah.
right, Million.
The grime artist,
right?
yeah.
He had that song, Most Intention.
The Daily Toppy?
Intention. No, it's a song he had. His intentions.
Cops coming in. Incriminated. He talks like that.
Yeah.
Should
He
we
wanted
do
to talk
back in
about
the day?
something about doing back in the days. But I
Let's do
said,
back in the day.
So that song influenced.
That's ridiculous.
that song.
Roti skin?
That's no, that song inspired. I was in a car driving now, and I hear.
Who are you with?
I can't remember. That's a long time ago. Oh God! But I was in the car.
You're right.
And then his intentions, and I say, but this real bad.
Yeah, you're good.
So I say, you know what? Let me write about Trinidad, boy. I born in a place called Laventille where kids hold big sticks from 15. The atmosphere was tense. Everybody moving shifty. Bus garbage bag place stinky. Some have it worse than Haiti. Parents would have moved out them kids because the landscape was not healthy. What you know about sugar water? Obeyed in cold water. Just to avoid robbery, unplug everything, leave it by your neighbor. Some of them youths no father. Look how the thing get harder, how you expect. Some of them youths no father. Tell them mother, what a big mess. The last of a dying breed. Welcome to this cutthroat world. Put my neck on the line. Used to bust my toe for goal. You understand? Small goal. Barefoot we used to play football.
100.
Label because of my area. They say I'm destined to fail. So all who wish me failure, hope you overdose on your hate.
I love.
It's devil.
Bust busting bars out here, man. Come on, man. Trinidad.
Triniboi Joocie.
Yeah.
I'm beyond proud of you.
Thank you.
You are smacking it beyond belief.
Yeah.
In my London Caribbean dialect.
Yeah.
You're smacking it beyond belief.
Yeah.
Ryan's got to talk to one of his girls.
He died your mother. Or?
Not yet.
Oh God.
Soon. She
Oh.
nice.
She nice.
She got a nice bumper. So this is back in the day, Triniboi Joocie.
Yeah. Real thing we talking here.
As an artist, at times you're forced to express from a different place.
Hear me now.
I born in a place called Laventille where kids hold big sticks from 15. The atmosphere was tense, everybody moving shifty. Bus garbage bag place stinky, some have it worse than Haiti. Parents would have moved out them kids cause the landscape was not healthy. Well, you know about sugar water, obeyed in cold water. Just to avoid robbery, unplug everything, leave it by your neighbor. Some of them youths no father, look how the thing get madder. What you expect? Some of them youths with father beating them mother. What a big mess. The last of a dying breed, welcome to this cutthroat world. Put my neck on the line, used to bust my toe for goal. Label because of my area, they say I'm destined to fail. And all wishing me failure, could overdose on your hate. My life on a catfish, I don't really deal with filter. So anything that I mention, know that I've been through. I'm a survivor, had more trust on the road with a piper than I had with family. Drama, the only safety I had was galvanized separating me and the neighbor. When rainfall, we did catch it. Orange skin, we dry it. Grits and tea, we did eat it. That was back in the days. One shoes all we had wearing. Standpipe, we was bathing. Homemade kites was flying. That was back in the days. Financially speaking, I was rich with all the life skills I needed. Steel pan gave me an escape. The only sticks are still beating. High mass, this was way before they start streaming. Everybody love Carnival. Trinidad is the new hype feeling. So who coming back to the place where I come from to give the youths them option? Standing in the middle of the road, wishing the Jordans fall long or on gold. Blackout, running free, rat out, begging please, tap out, a little ease. That's all I had to come by where I come from, we don't get no breaks.
no anchor, so I constantly riding the roughest waves. Some would I get packed down like immigration officer digging in a suitcase. Just to make it authentic, they went to record and some of the baddest plays. Get that validation, make big money, keep it moving straight. Never look back, run, CPM hot, son, better must come. Motivated by prayer when the day gone. Moral of the story, don't get sucked in cause you could lose it all. Remember where you come from cause the ones who help you will be the ones you depend on. When rainfall we did catch it, orange skin we dry it, bricks and tea we did heat it. That was back in the days, one shoes all we had wearing. Standpipe we was bathing, homemade kites was flying. That was back in the days.
I love. So, back in the day, by Triniboi Joocie. Amazing. And you guys don't even know how hot it is in this studio. It is crazy. That was amazing. That was so autobiographical.
Yeah. I like that biographical. It was very biographical.
Autobiographical.
I
said autobiographical.
It was so autobiographical. Wow.
So look, I ain't taking. I've only got a little bit of bouillon water today. I've not got like the most, so it's okay.
Brew and water, you're saying that?
Bouillon.
Oh, okay.
You know what bouillon is?
No.
So when you go to Dominica, the music you hear is the bouillon.
Bouillon, yeah.
And the word, the bouillon means like a mix, like a melee.
Okay, melee.
Like, yeah. Because you're from Laventil. Laventil in itself is like French, Caribbean. And all he would have spoken like Creole back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Being like us, do you know what I mean? Speaking properly. Was that quite important for you to like have a song that kind of described a bit of your journey? Or captured a part of your journey?
Yeah, I mean,
how can you capture decades as well?
It was more to I just said I like that autobiographical. What do you say
autobiographical? I didn't make it up, it's a natural word, babes.
I like that autobiographical. It was me just being expressive, you know what I mean, and outside of soca, showing that I could put words together, for the masses to understand, you know what I mean?
But you can hear the other influences. So you came, like you said, you won like the
panorama
when you were like 8 or 9 years old in Trinidad. Then you came here. Yeah. Your family were based here, and then you came to live here. That's a big transition.
No, the whole family moved here.
Is it?
And it was like.
How old are you now, Bubs? If you don't mind me asking.
Old enough. You's 40, and I ain't reached that in yet. But that day are wrong.
How old are you?
Yeah.
I just need to check.
What we need to check for?
I just need to check.
For what? We on live here, we provide real business. But oh shaker. But yeah, no, it was I think it's about being as creative as possible. You know what I mean? I didn't even see where they take that to though. I didn't even see, boy. Wait. But yeah, it's just about.
It's identity.
Because I've won awards here, so I've won accolades like Soca Monarch Artist of the Year, Soca Monarch Road March.
If you take it forward, you're representing Notting Hill. There's like representation.
Yeah.
And people understanding what the culture is.
Yeah.
That's really hard. It's not any like a little feat, is it? By any means.
Yeah, and I think it's just being vulnerable and honest to your craft as well. You know what I mean? And relying on the craft,
I understand that.
Being a creative.
Do you want to do one more, babes?
Yeah,
I love this. What would you like to do?
I don't know. We have any cattle. I send you plenty thing.
You sent me plenty, and I had plenty because I'm a massive fan.
What's your
So we have Massacre. We already did Wine in Parish. We did Bottles Overhead. We did Back in the Day. Mr. Counselor.
Yeah, we do Mr. Counselor. Yeah. So big up to Boris. Boris gave me the inspiration for Mr.
Which
Counselor.
Boris Johnson?
Boris Johnson. Cause when he say you can't mix household, remember? But he was having his private parties.
He doesn't even know how many children he's got.
But
I think he's Grenadian.
Oh well, that only thing. Yes, me. Next thing. They say Joocie say. Like this.
Do you want to do Mr. Counselor?
Yeah, we could do it, man. There's something good in the back there.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
There's some volume there. Yeah.
As I rise rise this morning, I knew I had a new
That she calling now. She calling him. What she want? Mr. Counselor. What she need? Mr. Counselor. What she want? Mr. Counselor.
Hello? I'm in urgent
She
need
calling
of your
now. She in
services.
need.
Nothing seems to be working.
Why?
Oh gosh, please tell me you have
Hear me now. It's Mr. Counselor. Put me back together, cause the rum isn't working. Party can't help either. So she said, help me now, please. In case of emergency, in need of your services, so I'm begging you to come. Hear me now. She said she can't take no more. Like this woman going mad. I tell her come and see me. I have the right cure for that. Always that she back and call. Rumors really. You want me to stand up and get it? You get so. You go get so. She tell me to stand up. She go get standing up.
As I rise this morning,
You like it stand up?
I had a new
Oh gosh.
responsibility to fulfill.
Mr. Counselor, what you want? Mr. Counselor. So we tell she.
Nothing seems to be working.
She calling, yes she know.
Please tell me you have the
She said, Mr. Counselor, put me back together, cause the rum isn't working. Party can't help either. So she said, help me now, please. In case of emergency, in need of your services, so I'm begging you to come. She said she can't take no more. Like this woman going mad. I tell her come and see me. I have the right cure for that. Always that she back and call. Rumors spreading, she man. You need to understand something. What we have is confidential.
Take the job I choose to represent.
Yeah, always defend you. Give you advice, giving you things to take. There's a woman now, she comes to see the counselor. That remember, so we can't make our souls now, but she gets she fixing us. So we say, it's Mr. Counselor. Put me back together, cause the rum isn't working. Party can't help either. So she say, help me now, please. In case of emergency, in need of your services, so I'm begging you. Say why? I won't face to have reservation, and the customer's always right. So if you want to book an appointment, it's more than towel wet tonight. Just make sure you know what you're signing for when you put your name on the line. All your paperwork I go sign for you. Make sure you sleep good tonight. When I
take the job I choose to represent.
Always need give you advice, giving you things to take. You like that one there? Can you suck in that bottle a little harder? 1, 2, 3, so she said, it's Mr. Counselor, put me back together, cause the rum isn't working. Party can't help either. So she said, help me now, help me please. In case of emergency, in need of your services, so I'm begging you to come service me. Hey. You like that one, eh?
Let's get ready for round 2. So you can sit down for a minute. I'm only saying, babe, you're amazing. You enjoy what you do, don't you?
I love what I do.
Did you know you wanted to be a performer when you were young?
Nah.
How did you get into it?
I think I was never scared of... I was never afraid of being expressive. Put it that way. Yeah, I was never afraid of being expressive, but I wasn't like, hey, I want to be a star. You know?
It.
I think it comes with the territory, and I embraced it as much as I could.
I love it. I love it. Can I say, for the 9-minute time today, I'm very hot today.
It's fine, I understand.
I know, babe, don't touch me like that. What I'm going to say is, I've grown up, because I'm born and raised in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm to everybody and their mother that I'm a Dominican, but I'm born and raised here. So we have virtually grown up together. I've seen your journey. I've seen you like put in the work. I've seen you take Soca to places where Soca is not the norm.
Soca wasn't invited.
Soca wasn't thought of.
Yeah.
They weren't even opposed to Soca, but it wasn't even thought of. And you're like, why? Like when I think, like we have Ryan here, and you've got his daddy, D. Alberto. Like we have like a solid, established community of Caribbean people why is our music and our culture not being accepted on the same planes? Because you've got Afro beats that came 5-10 years ago. I know, they're loud. Cheeky bum.
Who's the tall guy? He look familiar.
He was in Top Boy.
When
they went to Algeria or something.
Yeah. I remember him. Yeah. Small one. I think he just be in West London still.
That's right. And he didn't let the little boy come home.
Yeah.
Fire bun him.
Yeah. Fire bun you, boy.
What were we saying? What were we saying? I can't remember.
You were mentioning that taking soca into places where it wasn't invited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel, Bobs?
It feels good, you know what I mean? I think for me it's more about,
Can I ask a question? Is it a natural thing or a business strategy?
I think it's a bit of both. It has to make sense artistically, but also you can't keep doing things charity. It has to make sense financially as well.
Facts.
You know.
I make masks. I only started making masks 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So as you know, I'll be with Fanatics with Martin J. There's so many people be like, Emma, it's an opportunity. Come down, it's an opportunity. But the opportunity has £0. I can do it to an extent, but then I'll do it because you're my friend and I'm supporting what you're doing. I'm doing it because you're trying to build, so I'll help you build because I've got that kind of mentality. But don't take me for Egypt at the same time, because if the next person will pay me the going rate as well, I'm digressing a little bit.
No, but it makes sense.
Because you have to make us a viable option in terms of our competitors. And Mapiano is very new on the scene. It's like the baby child of Afrobeats. But look at what it's doing in terms of festivals.
But then too, what you have to remember as well is too that they were able to categorize all of that sound in music as one genre. So I'm piano, or I'm on piano, however you pronounce it.
I never pronounce it right.
The funny thing is, that's what I listen to. I don't listen to soca.
I like it.
I don't listen to no other genre. And big up to my friend who I mentioned earlier, Logic, my right hand. Do you want to tell me about the logos? Right? All my friends will tell you, I've been listening to Black Motion, Black Coffee for years before. That's what gives me the drums and how the music is built. That's what gives me inspiration. You know what I mean? And
can I be soca? Where does it come from though? We're of the Caribbean, but it's our Indian and African roots that make us what we are. So those fundamental stones make us what we are. You're listening to where we come from though, no?
But I think because we then have Bajan soca, Trinidad soca, St. Lucian soca, Dennery, Bouillon, this power, groovy. There's so much segregation that people cannot market it as one genre, and I think
is that to our detriment though?
I believe so,
because when I think of Afrobeats, there's more unity. You could be from the Congo, you could be from South Africa.
It's Afrobeat.
Fetter is still a pivotal person. There's nobody going, but he's Trinidadian or he's Guyanese. There's nobody saying that. Yeah, exactly. And then I think from a smaller place, it's so weird.
But then it's that too. It's because of that too. It's numbers as well too. You know what I mean, in regards to the amount of people Africa as a continent.
Yeah.
Compared to the Caribbean, is there's no comparison. You know what I mean? So
big stone versus little stone.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I think we just as a diaspora have to come together, but you can't force people to come together. You know what I mean? Is either it happen or it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear you. Okay, so I've got a little game for you, babes. We've got 15 minutes to the hour. I've got a little game. Are you up for the game?
Yeah, up for the game. There we go.
Okay, so the game is called This or That. And when you make your answer, I need you to look into the camera.
Which camera? This one here?
This camera there, like it's your woman.
Okay.
And it's all going smoothly. It's not the end where it goes a bit...
Yeah.
It's all going nicely.
What do you mean by what I mean?
Maybe she's asking you too much questions.
Okay. No, I never run from questions. I love questions.
Is it?
Yeah,
do you give an honest answer?
Well, I will give an answer. It's for you to decipher whether it's honest or is, you know?
Ignorant. Okay, so this or that. Ghana jollof or Nigerian jollof?
Nigerian jollof.
Why?
Because my grandfather is Nigerian.
Okay. Love or money?
Love.
Why?
Because it could bring in money.
Patrice or Fayan?
None. Because they're both in respectable relationships, and I.
It doesn't.
Wait.
It doesn't have to
Sorry.
be.
So, in regards to songs, music-wise,
Yeah. Right, look. You're more than.
Patrice or Fayan, both of them.
I will not answer.
No, it's both of them. It's right down the middle because Patrice have songs. Look, they chuck them on to roll. Look,
Because he didn't answer, you're gonna have to take a shot.
That's all right, man.
The boil water.
That's all right.
Denery or boil?
Denery is wine and go down, make bumper. Bouillon.
Triple K.
Yeah.
Signal.
Yeah.
Carlin X.
Yeah. Band. It's live
Ridge.
band. Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah,
the
bouillon.
bouillon.
Yeah.
In your boom boom.
In your boom boom.
Okay, one time. Okay, so I pressed the button for too long. Skepta or Stormzy?
Skepta.
Why?
Lyrically,
Why?
artistically, fashion. He's into fashion. His lyrics. I think when he first came out, he created his own lane, for the type of artist he is, with using fashion and lyrics and consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, garage or grime?
Grime.
Why?
Just the rawness of delivery, the rawness of being an artist, the grime, the graph of the grime artist for me.
Nice. Ketchup or mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise every day in everything. I am a mayo fanatic.
This is a naughty one. It's not me. It was another person that asked. Missionary or doggy?
Well, I think missionary is important in regards to the church. You're missionary. What is your mission? What is your for educating? The people.
For the people.
And dogs are
They're really
dogs are
important.
man's best friend. They
They're
say,
really
isn't
important.
it? So.
Marshall or Bungie?
No, you have to give me a time span. A time. You have to give me a timeline.
You define.
Marshall when? Both of them.
You tell me. Remember, I'm Dominican. I'm not Trinidad. You tell me your time.
Both of them.
Okay, let's
So,
do...
for
let's
Marshall,
do-
I would say consistency over the years and his productions.
Yeah.
And Bungie for his,
Versatility.
rawness, concepts. Yeah. So, the both of them.
Nice. That's not an answer, though.
Well, it's down the middle.
That's like your baby mums. You've got two baby mums and they both need a 10 and you don't know who to give it to.
Well, not necessarily. Then you send a text.
Oh, okay. Respect or loyalty?
But they're both the same.
They're not.
It is because if you respect somebody, you'll give them loyalty.
Rationalize.
And if you're loyal to somebody, you'll give them respect.
Okay, elaborate.
So,
Respect or loyalty, and why is it different?
I would say they're the same. And the reason why I say respect and loyalty is the same, because if you respect somebody, you will be loyal to them. You ever hear about somebody, I respect you, but I'm not loyal to you? That don't make sense. Or I'm loyal to you, but I don't respect you.
But what if they're from Guyana?
Oh, and they say chicken curry.
And last, who is worse, a clout chaser or a liar?
Oh my gosh. But they're both the same.
Elaborate. Why?
Clout chaser is somebody who's not genuine.
Yeah.
And a liar is somebody who's not genuine.
To me, yes. Both of you go in the bin, but why?
Clout chaser or a liar. I think I could more tolerate the cloud chase, you know.
Why are you asking that question?
What part of What about you, lad?
Why are you in her business?
I tell her, come and see me. I have the right cure for that. Always at your back and call. Rumor spreading, man. You need to understand. What we have is confidential.
Thank you, baby.
I like she vibes, you know. I like your vibes, I do that. I like the vibes.
So we have only got like 8 minutes to the end of the show. Is there anything you want to tell us about in terms of where you're performing? You're at 99 places in the next 2 months. What do you want to tell us? Do you want me to tell them?
I want to say August the 25th. That's a special place, Juicy Thursdays.
How can they get tickets for that?
The flyer is going out by Monday. Please go this Monday.
And what should they go on your Instagram?
On my Instagram, but the advert is we're gonna populate it everywhere. So Juicy Thursday.
I'll share it too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Juicy Thursdays. So it will be from 7 till 11 p.m. Carnival Tuesday.
I love.
Yeah.
Because from Friday. Is it from Friday and Saturday you're going to be doing Panorama as well?
So Friday and Saturday, concerts, Panorama plus fets, then singing on the road, multiple bands. Amazing. Your band pass through there too. There are little vibes on the road, you know what I mean?
I'm excited.
So
we've waited 2 years for Carnival.
Yeah.
This is our culture.
Yeah.
It's our culture.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I ask you a random question?
Yeah, please.
Notting Hill Carnival Ambassador. Riddell. Triniboi Joocie.
Is Skillit forget we in here, no?
No, boy.
Skillit get tired up. You see the man from...
No, boy. Listen, I was enjoying your show. I was enjoying your set.
And you get tired up outside?
No, boy, I get tired up. Yes, I get tired up. I thought you said I get tired. I was like, tired of you. I get tired up, yeah, because I'm guest coming to my next show in a few minutes. So I take care of them. I apologize.
Right now we cross over in shows, you know. Are you here in the next show too, you know?
Come jam now.
Where's that Eli thing, eh?
Come jam now.
What's the title called?
Skillit's World.
Skillit's World.
Skillit
so
World.
Literally, after the Dominican Emz Show, we have Skillit's World.
Yes, that's
with
right.
My brother.
That's right.
Skillit.
Yes. But Triniboi Joocie, man, your energy, your songwriting, your talent is truly inspirational.
Immense.
He's just like your father, you know. He's not all you have to put in a suit and in parliament and he's selling water to the world.
I honestly, like, it's inspirational. Like, it's great to see. And you can rap too. Because that song you showed before I get called away, that was a rap song.
Yeah,
so you and I need to talk.
Yeah. No, I'm my first love is rap. You know what I mean? I love. Yeah. I wouldn't say rap, but I would say words. You know, putting words together, and you know.
Yeah.
But Emz, was
my
asking
favorite
me.
artist is Tupac. I have the grime and hip hop background.
Who's your rap artist?
Who's your favorite artist?
Styles P.
Oh, God, Styles P.
Come on, man.
Good.
Styles. That one of the best. Listen. I'll tell you, Styles P, old school Busta Rhymes from
Busta 93,
93 to 2005. Yes,
do you think?
That's the best.
Do you think his Caribbean background and the way he spoke,
100%,
like influenced his style and why you love him?
Of course.
Which my flow, my anymore. Throw them kind of right out my window. Busta ass fit you with a direct blow. To the Joe. Stamps was hanging with the hands so low. Make it bounce around like this was calypso. You can lay low. But I think you like a YG5. Listen,
the best.
This is where I get my inspiration. You see, Busta. But I also love too Kendrick.
Yeah, man.
He's not
Kendrick
Caribbean
well.
though.
I don't know.
You think Ghana the other day?
Yeah.
You think Ghana the other day? But
he's a Ghanaian.
I don't know. I guess so. But
I see him in Ghana.
I love my Ghanaian people. No shade to Ghana. But that new album, great album.
Yeah.
The new Kendrick album. Beautiful.
But even Kanye, College Dropout for me,
one of the best.
That's like
Kanye in general. Like Kanye in general though, his albums are immaculate.
I didn't like the 828 or 4.4. I didn't like that.
I love that album, you know.
With the orange dot, with the orange thing, is it?
It was a red heart.
It's not one of them. It was just.
The orange one is Life of Pablo.
Okay,
that was good too.
I couldn't, but the College Dropout. But yeah, so that's the kind of range of artists I listen to. That's who I.
But I like what you're saying because that's what influenced us. Like, we're of Caribbean heritage, but these things shaped us.
Yeah.
Our sensibilities.
For sure.
Our taste.
For sure.
Everything we love.
For sure.
Babes, can I get you to do one more song before
Yeah, come on, man.
What Triniboi Joocie?
Right, what do you want to do?
I don't mind. You just bring thing now. Freestyling, I go kill them now. Right there, we on the show live. Big up Emz and Skillit, you know. We say any rhythm you have there. Play it and let me start guiding. I got on the vibes in.
I'm getting distracted.
Take a drink, let me sip thing. You know, we inside here just. We are bringing on the noise in.
The Dominican water.
Where's the Dominican water?
The boiling water.
Dominican water,
Flavor the water.
Did we do Massacre?
Nah, we didn't. So we could do that one day.
Let's do Massacre.
No, we could do Marathon. Marathon is the new one. People know Massacre, but Marathon is the new song that we promoting, we pushing right now.
Where can they get that on the platforms?
It's on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music.
Cool.
Everywhere.
We have 2 minutes till the end of the show.
Yeah.
This has been Dominican Emz with you each and every Saturday. Our sponsors are Customers on Demand. We have my co-host Skillit.
Yes.
The
Yes.
legend.
Yes.
We have royalty in abundance.
I thought she said roti.
It sounded like she said roti, but
she said
I think she meant
royalty.
Royalty.
You say roti, you know?
Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing. Roti is bread. Royalty is crumb.
Which one were we going to do? Was it Massacre? Which one was we going to do?
Marathon.
Marathon.
Yeah.
1 second.
So we paying homage to the legend Peter C. Lewis, who say, walk a mile and a half and telele. Walk a mile and a half. So but we bring Marathon now, which is the updated version. Yeah? Give me from the front. From the front. Right at the beginning. Nah. Lift up. That's at the beginning. Give me the beginning now. Can we let?
That's it.
No, read it. No. Run a mile and a half. Run a mile and a half. Run a mile and a half. It's marathon in the dance. Yeah. When we come in here, it's to bust a bar. If you're not spending, then you keep far. Like you say, bolt, drinks them running fast. So no donkey trick, don't play the window. Don't play how you run down there. And if you're moving stush, well just move out the way. Because we coming to get on your test. We coming to take a load. And if you don't know about badness, well this is the cause, so listen this. We don't making them kind of kicks. No way. When we reaching, you know party lick. Let me go. Break a sweat like a piece of stick. And let we mash it up too. Lift up anything and run a mile and a half. Run a mile and a half. Run a mile and a half. It's marathon in it. Listen.
This is the Dominican Emz Show with me, your host, Dominican Emz, with you each and every Saturday. We had the amazing, the fantastic Triniboi Joocie.
Thank you.
Your first of many times here. I'm telling you something, it's an instruction. So, babes, so thank you very much.
No problem.
Till next time. It's
Yeah,
been
man.
amazing.
You don't know. Nice one. Okay, they don't know. Triniboi Joocie, big up. Follow, lock in.
Where can they find you on the socials?
At Triniboi Joocie. Yeah, on the Instagram. TRINIBOI. And Joocie as in JOOCIE.
Like boom boom. Nice.
She said like boom boom. Yeah, man.
We're done. Thank you, baby.